It's not like it's live or anything. Magandang hapon po mga kababayan. Ako po si G. Tanji and welcome to our live episode of Kababayan Today. At dahil it's the first Tuesday of December, what? Ang bilis ng panahon! Maagang Christmas gift namin sa inyo, ang expert immigration advice ng Aquino and Lowe Law Firm.
This American Dream segment is brought to you by Aquino and Lowe Law Firm, answering your immigration questions.
Paalala muna po sa ating mga viewers sa Hawaii, hindi po live sa inyo ang show natin, but please do not hesitate to email us on kababayan@la18.tv for your immigration questions. Ayan, at bukas na po ang linya natin ng ating mga telepono, kaya tumawag na po kayo for your free immigration advice today. And as always, we have our resident legal immigration experts on our show, Attorney Allison Aquino Silva and Attorney Richard Lowe. So let's jump right into some major updates. Attorney Richard, what is the new updates on the expanded DACA and DAPA programs?
Well, as you know, we had been waiting for the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals to make a decision on the injunction that was put in place by the Texas court. And November 9th, we finally got a decision from the from the appellate court saying that they would continue with the injunction. So that was not good news for the administration. The administration filed an appeal to the Supreme Court, which is the next step, hoping that we can get it all into this Supreme Court term. And then Texas filed a request for 30 days additional to prepare a response, which would have taken it out of the Supreme Court docket, most likely for this year. The Supreme Court just today, an hour ago, denied that request, only gave them an 8-day extension, so it looks very good that the case will be heard by the Supreme Court this term, and we will have a decision hopefully early next year.
Well, hey, that's great news, huh? Very good news. Okay, now, Allison, can you please tell us more about the H-1B safe harbor provision? First of all, what it is and what deadline is nearing.
Exactly. So the immigration has essentially put together a grace period for companies who might be out of compliance with certain H-1B requirements. And there is a deadline coming up of January 15, 2016. So companies and employees who are H-1B visa holders need to be aware that as far as this upcoming deadline, and essentially the H-1B safe harbor provision, which is this deadline coming up, pertains to those who might be out of compliance because their company has switched them to a different location. So a lot of companies and employees don't realize that the H-1B is very specific to a particular work site. And companies, especially when there are branches in different locations or companies might move to a different county, they don't realize that moving to a different county or sending your employee to a branch in a different location might actually be a violation of the H-1B visa.
Really?
Yes.
But it's all paperwork.
It's very important paperwork that they need to comply, otherwise companies may be fined. And also for the employee, more importantly, their H-1B visa may be revoked.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes, so if an individual if their work site has been changed, they need to consult with an attorney right away and see whether an amended or new petition needs to be filed before January 15.
Okay, great. We have our first caller on the phone. Kasama natin si John mula sa Los Angeles. John, ano naman yung tanong mo ngayong hapon na ito?
Magandang hapon po sa inyo.
Magandang
Ako
hapon.
po'y magtatanong tungkol po kung mayroon pa po bang pag-asa. Ang tulad ko na H-2B visa na matagal na pong na-overstay. I was here for 9 years. Until now, I don't know kung may pag-asa pa po bang maayos ang aking papel.
Okay, so he was here on an H-2B visa. He's overstayed. It's been 9 years. He uses the word pag-asa. Is there hope for him to clear his documents and his paperwork to stay here legally? Richard?
Well, that's obviously a question that's on the minds of many people who have come to the United States and overstayed. Normally, the avenues available to you to normalize your status here in the United States are through either a family member petition or through an employment-based petition. But employment-based is going to be very hard with somebody who has overstayed their visa. And family-based visas are only available if you are married to a U.S. citizen or you have a U.S. citizen child petitioning for you. So the avenues are narrow. Other avenues are possibly available based on time you've been in the United States and other circumstances. But it certainly is a situation in which you would want to consult with somebody who can go specifically on your case and look at what's going on to see if there are any, other kinds of avenues you can take.
Okay, so John, ang importante, merong palaging pag-asa, di ba? Kailangan lang kumonsulta sa abogado na alam nila kung ano talaga ang batas, okay? Magbabalik po kami here on Kababayan Today. Make sure to call us 1-800-553-5724.